Python, Unicode, in the Windows console. When I try to print a Unicode string in a Windows console, I get an error. Unicode Dean Kadir column, charmap, codec can't encode character. I assume this is because the Windows console does not accept Unicode-only characters. What's the best way around this? Is there any way I can make Python automatically print a question mark instead of failing in this situation? Edit. I'm using Python 2.5. Note that lasov.carlson answer with the checkmark is sort of outdated, from 2008. Please use the solutions/answers/suggestions below with care. Sebastian answer is more relevant as of today, January 6, 2016.
Note, this answer is sort of outdated, from 2008. Please use the solution below with care. Here is a page that details the problem and a solution. Search the page for the text wrapping system.stout into an instance. Print fails, Python wiki. Here's a code excerpt from that page. There's some more information on that page, well worth a read.
The below code will make Python output to console as UTF-8 even on Windows. The console will display the characters well on Windows 7, but on Windows XP it will not display them well, but at least it will work, and most important, you will have a consistent output from your script on all platforms. You'll be able to redirect the output to a file. Below code was tested with Python 2.6 on Windows.
Update: on Python 3.6 or later, printing Unicode strings to the console on Windows just works. So, upgrade to recent Python and you're done. At this point I recommend using 2 to 3 to update your code to Python 3.x if needed, and just dropping support for Python 2.x. Note that there has been no security support for any version of Python before 3.7, including Python 2.7, since December 2021. If you really still need to support earlier versions of Python, including Python 2.7, you can use this URL, which is based on, and uses the same APIs as the code in the answer that was previously linked here. That link does include some information on Windows font configuration, but I doubt it still applies to Windows 8 or later. Note, despite other plausible sounding answers that suggest changing the code page to 65001, that did not work prior to Python 3.8. It does kind of work since then, but as pointed out above, you don't need to do so for Python 3.6 plus anyway. Also, changing the default encoding using system.setDefaultEncoding is, still, not a good idea. If you're not interested in getting a reliable representation of the bad characters, you might use something like this. Working with Python is greater than or equal to 2.6, including 3.x. The bad characters in the string will be converted in a representation which is printable by the Windows console.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.